Good evening and thanks for joining us. Moses joins us on the desk now with a look at sports and some pretty good news for the Pontiac's goalie.
Yeah, you know what, obviously getting to the big show would be great, but you know, it doesn't happen to all of them. So any opportunity you could further your education is huge, and we'll have more on that special goalie next in sports.
Looking forward to it. And Gerard, we did see some snow today, but that wind was ridiculous.
Ridiculous it is. It's cold. And it's going to get colder too on the overnight. So the good part about it is tomorrow there'll be sun. We should see some blue skies tomorrow.
Just not that warm.
Not that warm. Let's see what we're dealing with for today. Firstly, cloudy conditions, snow as Lauren mentioned. Yeah, we were out in it at various points there. -15, the wind chill just dropped off from about a -6, -4 across the region in the morning down to that -15. I think it's -17 at the moment in Cold Lake and area, and the gusts out of the northwest. 60% is that humidity, and as we look across the board there, high temperature today we saw was -4 just at about noon. For Cold Lake and area, similar story at a -4, -1 in the Battlefords just after 2 o'clock, and right now they've got snow coming down. The wind is with you as well, and it feels nothing like those temperatures. It's a lot colder. We'll chat a bit more about the blue skies and sunshine tomorrow a little later in the cast.
Saskatchewan is predicted to have the fastest growing economy across the country in 2012. And this comes as no surprise with the year that an online job site has had. SaskJobs.ca is Saskatchewan's largest career matching website, with more job postings in 2011 than ever before. Last year, there were 150,000 jobs posted, a 43% increase over 2010. Saskatchewan's booming economic growth is creating decent jobs that continue to improve and offer wage increases.
That speaks volumes about the kind of economic opportunities that are here. We also see newcomers settling in more than 300 Saskatchewan communities, and so we also see the revitalization of communities right across the province, and that speaks to the high quality of life. So I think employment opportunities and those are becoming more widely known and well known across the country and around the world, and also the quality of life that's on offer in Saskatchewan.
Growth in the industries of potash, oil and gas have contributed to raising the quality of life in Saskatchewan and are attracting newcomers to the province. Saskatchewan's population reached a record high in 2010, making this its fastest and most sustained period of population growth in decades. Dust off those old collectibles and see if you have that hidden diamond in the rough. For the second straight year, the Great Canadian Roadshow opens its doors in the border city, and I was lucky enough to check it out firsthand. It's the official kickoff to the Great Canadian Roadshow here in Lloydminster, and joining me now is AJ King, show manager. Now tell me, what can people expect when they walk through the doors, AJ?
Well, in the beginning of the week, you won't have much of a line to go through, but as the week goes on, our lineups do get quite large, so it's always best to get in here early. We have our evaluators on staff ready to look at everything and anything people might bring.
And what kinds of stuff should people bring if they're interested in getting some cash back?
Well, the easiest stuff, of course, is anything prior to 1966 Canadian coins. You know, your silver dollars, your quarters, 50-cent pieces, such like that. Also, broken and scrap jewelry. With gold trading at $1,600, people are getting a lot of money back. That's the easiest way. Now, the funner way that the reason why we're really here is trying to find those rare and unique items. Your tin toys, dinky toys, and if you happen to have a mammoth tusk laying around in the basement, we definitely might be able to find a collector for that. We buy rare and unique items. We have 70,000 collectors waiting to collect your items.
And there are some rather interesting items here today, like you were talking about this mammoth tusk. Tell me some of the hot ticket items, or maybe just a bit about that one.
Well, the mammoth tusk is about 30,000 years old. We found it in Stony Plain, Alberta. It's a 4-foot section of a 7-foot piece. Full 7-foot piece can go up to $6,000 in auction. Of course, quality is a very, very key factor to it all. We've come across military swords, from your parade swords to battle swords.
Now, how long do people in Lloydminster have to come check this out?
We're going to be here from today until 6 p.m. and then Saturday we're done at 4, but normally it's 9 to 6.
All right, well, thanks very much for joining me, AJ. So if you do have some of those treasures that you might want to dust off and see how much they're worth, come check it out here at the Tropical Inn at the Great Canadian Roadshow. The SPCA has a great selection of toys for your pet and reminds you to think of them when buying something for your animal. Jennifer and Allison show us a new interactive dog toy, along with introducing us to a very energetic dog and a playful kitten on this week's Pet Project.
Hi and welcome to this week's Pet Project. I'm at the Lloydminster and District SPCA with Jennifer, and this is Tango.
Yes, Tango is 5 years old. We think she's a Shepherd Collie cross. She is already spayed, microchipped, and up to date on her vaccinations, so she is ready to go. She is a dog that has a ton of energy. She would be best going to an active home, somebody that is willing and able to get out walking, running with her. She has a ton of energy to burn. She is a bit of an escape artist, so we have noticed she can jump and climb really high. If she was left unattended, she would need a topped kennel. As you can see, a cat just jumped, and she's very interested in it. She's a really sweet girl. When she came inside, we thought she would have a bunch more energy than she did. Surprisingly, she's quite calm inside. It's just when you get her outside, she just loves to run and play. So an active family would be best for Tango.
And this is Sage.
Yes, she is a 5-month-old domestic short hair. She came into the shelter on October 12th with some of her brothers. All of her brothers have been adopted. She's the last one, which is kind of sad. So we'd really like to see her go to her forever home. She is a very sweet kitten. She's in our cat condo right now. She gets along really well with the cats. She also seems very interested in dogs, so I think she'd do okay with either cat or dog. If somebody had animals and was interested in her, it's always best to bring your animals down for a meet and greet. She does have her first 2 vaccines, but she will need to be spayed once she's adopted.
Jennifer, what is this?
This is called Egg Babies. It's one of the many toys that we have here at the shelter. This is a really fun interactive toy for you and your dog. It'll keep your dog busy for hours. Basically what you do is you show the eggs that are inside this toy to your dog. Then you stuff them inside and they have to work at getting them out one by one. It's helpful if you have a dog that likes to shred things. This gives them a positive way of shredding things and taking things out. So for anybody that's thinking of getting a toy for your dog or your cat, think of the SPCA. We have a wonderful variety here, and 100% of the proceeds come right to us.
Perfect. So stop by and take a look at their store, and thanks for joining us on this week's Pet Project.
The Pet Project is sponsored by Quick Pick Waste Disposal. Locally owned and operated and serving urban, rural, and industrial customers in Lloydminster and region.